This is Sports Radio 910's Gary Hess with Gary Criswell, where tonight here at L.C. Byrd High School, the Skyhawks have advanced to the Division 6 Central Region Championship game by beating Varina 21-16. Yaki Johnson did it again. 39 carries, 248 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Have we run out of superlatives for Yaki Johnson yet?
I keep thinking, every week somebody's going to find a way to stop him. And maybe stopping him is holding him to like under 150 yards. But he is such a part of that offense. The offense revolves around him, but at the same time, we saw today that the offensive line was a game changer for against that Varina defense. They had some lapses in the early third quarter, but they got their game faces on in the fourth quarter. They engineered 2 really good drives and put Varina away. The old school offense at L.C. Byrd was something to behold tonight.
Going into the season, Deion Clark got all the pub on the defense, and a stud Division I recruit he is, but the defense excelled, I thought, as a group tonight.
Absolutely, and some great plays in the defensive ends. The defensive backs did a good job because we discussed it. The Varina receivers did a great job of going up and getting the ball in traffic, but the fact that there was traffic was important, that L.C. Byrd stayed with them and matched up with them physically. So that was a big key to the game. Bird's defense has been impressive without great stars, minus Deion Clark, who everybody understands that his upside is very, very tremendous because I think he'll be able to play a little bit more on the outside perimeters at the college game. He had an excellent game, but they got a bunch of young guys, role players. That's what we were talking about with Hermitage a few years ago, and look where Hermitage is, and of course, that's L.C. Byrd's next stop.
So Hermitage won tonight over Thomasdale 14-0, and now you've got Byrd against Hermitage next week. Very early blush. How do you like that matchup?
Well, first of all, Hermitage, very, very big game for Hermitage. Everybody talks about stepping up to playoff speed. It's nothing different with them. They've gone through the Colonial District the last few years, and then they've got to the big payoff game, and they revenged a loss 2 years ago during Thomasdale's state championship run, 7-0 at that place. So you gotta like where Hermitage is, 11-0. Now they have the confidence of beating a good playoff team, revenging a loss from 2 years ago that the guys in the program, certainly the coaching staff, remember. You gotta like Hermitage's mindset on the homestand against L.C. Byrd, but beware of a Dave Bedwell team traveling. We heard in the pregame speech today that he likes away games. He likes the focus it puts with his team on their opponent that night. Well, let me tell you something. There was nothing wrong with their focus tonight against the Varina Blue Devils.
And that's a rematch of last year's Division 6 regional final, which was won by Hermitage narrowly, 17-14. And we'll have it for you next Friday night on Sports Radio 910 and sportsradio910.com. Now, Varina closes out a great season. In Division 5, it's going to be what we anticipated. Hanover and Atlee with the rematch for the Division 5 final. How do you think that game's going to go?
Well, first of all, we anticipated. I'm not sure we thought they'd both take the route they took. Atlee had to come from behind tonight to take on a scrappy Lee Davis
and
team.
winning double overtime.
Congratulations to Zach Hayden and his group there at Lee Davis for a great postseason run. But now it's the number 1 and 2 seeds, just like it is in Division 6. An all Hanover final, a rematch of the first Atlee Hanover game won by Atlee,
24-14.
But as tonight proved, can't always go by that first meeting.
Right.
Hanover's retooled. They put Sam Rogers, another part of their offense. That would be another equally great matchup in Division 5.
And one thing to look at down the road, maybe the bracket got a little clearer for the Atlee Hanover winner because Stonebridge was beaten tonight up in the north.
Yeah, but the good news is Stonebridge got beat. The bad news is there's a team better than Stonebridge somewhere.
That's right. No kidding. So we'll have it for you next Friday night on Sports Radio 910 and sportsradio910.com. We'll also have reports on the game between Goochland and King William. Single A version of a huge showdown up in Goochland next Friday night. That's going to be fun as well. Regional championships will be decided next Friday night, and we'll have it all for you on Sports Radio 910 and sportsradio910.com. Happy Thanksgiving.